Welcome to the Lotus Goddess Divine Love. Hi everyone, how's everyone doing today? Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome back everyone. Welcome if you're new to my channel. I do Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, Twin Flame Journey Charm readings. And let's begin, and just keep in mind that this is a general reading. So I've already pulled out the charms. Let's see what messages comes through. In this reading, this Divine Masculine looks like a lot of things has been going on in their personal life. They have been holding back. They have been keeping a lot of stuff to themselves. They regret some of the things that they have done in the past when it comes to Divine Feminine. I see that when they first decided to separate from Divine Feminine, they did feel a little bit emotional seeing you emotional, but they tried their best not to show it. The decision that they made to separate from you, it's because they had already met somebody else, or they were already involved with someone else at the time. This decision that they made to leave your connection was because they felt they had to make a decision at the time, and at the time they felt that the other person was the right decision for them to make. They thought that they were the ones that they should be with. In the past, masculine felt that this other person that they chose was the right match for them. They based it off of the lifestyle that that person was living. It looked very fancy. It looked very something about stylish, creative. There was something about the looks or appearance of that person. So it's not about physical appearance, but it's more of like the way that they used to live. So it could be like their home, their decoration, their furniture, like more of like objects, like material things. They did feel some emotion when they left you, Divine Feminine. I see here that they thought that it's better for me to leave sooner than later, because they felt that the longer they stayed with you, the more emotional that you would get and they would get. So they thought that they were doing you a favor, but it didn't really make much of a difference whether they left now or later. It's still hurtful for both of you. But they convinced themselves that they were making the right decision when they left you for someone else. They thought you would be happier without them. So it shows here they thought that you would be happier without them, and that over time you would heal and you would move forward or move on. But I see something about them. So after they made the decision to be with somebody else, Divine Masculine started to feel lack of love. They felt like they were not receiving love in this other relationship that they started or that they were in. They did compare it to the love that you used to give them, and there was no comparison basically. I see here Divine Masculine's life completely flipped upside down, and you could probably see on the tray on the right hand side of the tray on the top, you can see Divine Masculine's upside down actually. So I see here that there's a lot of things that this masculine was going through with this karmic relationship. They were unaware of what they got themselves into. They hoped that they could change that person or make them better, but they didn't change. There's no improvement in that relationship with the new person. So that karmic situation became more karmic. It shows here that it got more complicated, it got worse, it got messy. I see a lot of heaviness in this reading. They didn't want you to know why they left you. They kept you in the dark, But I see here that they made this choice not based off of the person, but based off of the lifestyle. So this masculine chose this other person because of the way that they were living at the time, or even their like the image of it, right? Like what would look better for me? What image would look better for me if I were to present my person to my family? What would look better? Would I look better with divine feminine, or would I look better with this karmic person? At the time, the karmic person was doing, it looks like too much. It looks like too much to impress divine masculine. So the way that they were dressing, their behavior, their style, it feels very rehearsed, and it doesn't look genuine. And then on the other hand, they had this beautiful divine feminine who was loyal, who was authentic, real, and for some reason they were not drawn to that. They felt like it was a little bit like, I don't want to say it, but I see it here, this divine masculine. So I'm going to be honest here. This masculine says something about when they saw divine feminine, they felt like, yes, divine feminine would be a good person to, start a life with, but they felt at the time the way that you were living or the way that you were carrying yourself, they felt like it was very bland. Like they didn't feel like excitement, they didn't feel like there was something that they were intrigued by, and they may have even tried to find something within you that looked exciting. So whoever this resonates for, you might recall a time where divine masculine would say something like, oh, I like the bag you have today, like your purse, right? Like, what brand is it? Or I like what you're wearing today, it's something different. So they were trying to find something very um, different about you, exciting about you. They were trying to find something that was intriguing, and they didn't. What I see here, the truth for this divine masculine is that they never got to know you. They didn't get to know you. They didn't even try to get to know you. And they made assumptions based off of the little amount of time that they spent with you. So I see divine feminine here is that you have this uniqueness about yourself. You stand out. You glow. You radiate. And it wasn't until afterwards that this divine masculine started to see those qualities, that uniqueness about you. This heaviness that this divine masculine started to experience with this karmic person and that lifestyle, now it's like, I wish I had chosen to stay with divine feminine. I wish I had, you know, given that relationship more time and even give it a chance, because they know that they left at a point where it was about to grow or about to expand, and before anything can take root in your relationship, before it could have that stability that was needed, this divine masculine walked away when you two were just starting to basically get to know each other a little bit more. Again, I see this divine masculine, basically there's regrets here about leaving divine feminine, starting anew elsewhere, being with somebody who they weren't really sure of. Like, that's why those tears came in. That's why they felt sad about leaving you, because intuitively they knew that leaving you was not the right decision, but they went off of impulse. So what they felt at the time, what they were intrigued by, what they were drawn to, which was the karmic person at that time, they had pulled into that direction. So this karmic energy, I mean, when we talk about, when when we say that word, right? Like when we use that word karmic, here I see that energy, that karmic energy is quite intense. Like it's not something to underestimate, or it's not something to take lightly. That word is very intense, and in this reading I see that karmic energy or person. I wouldn't say it's the person, I would say it's the energy connected to the person. That's what it is. There's something about this energy that's so heavy, that's so looks like it looks like a mess, like a kind of like a tornado has blown into this life of divine masculine, like their living, their way of living. I see here this mess that came out of nowhere, something that this masculine didn't expect. They were taken off guard, and the intensity left a huge mess behind. And it's like they don't know when's the next one coming or the next one that's about to take place. The intensity of whatever this karmic person is bringing into the relationship, because I see that their life has basically flipped upside down. There's a lot of things having to do with their expenses, their money, their savings. I mean, divine masculine, they have money, but I think that they need some sort of support or some kind of guidance on their budgeting or their financial situation, because the way that this is being handled, I mean, not only the financial part, but everything having to do with divine masculine's lifestyle. It looks like this karmic person had a lot of say, or they had something to do with the mess that was created. And this divine masculine is like, how do I get out of this mess, this storm? This karmic person is a very difficult person to talk to in this reading. I see that they're quite loud. They may even raise their voice to divine masculine. So their behavior, their way of communicating to divine masculine looks like they have some sort of demands. They are the ones who make the decisions most of the time. I see here the decision making is done by karmic energy, and divine masculine, even if they try to work things out or try to do something to make a decision for themselves, I see here that this karmic person makes things more difficult or complicated. They attach a lot of things when it comes to a decision that needs to be made. So, for example, if this masculine wants to make a decision about like selling their car to get something that's more affordable or something like that, or downsize in their house, this karmic person connects other things to that situation. So they will say, oh, well, that car is good for me, and I'm able to, get to work on time. And if you sell it, like, what am I going to use? Like, there's other things that are connected to whatever decision that this divine masculine wants to make. So they change this divine masculine's mind so that their decision and their point, it comes across. So I see here that their word is the final word in this reading. This masculine is still in this karmic relationship. They are not out of it yet. I see that they're basically cornered, and you could probably see it as well in the corner. Masculine's upside down on the tray, right? So they've been cornered by this karmic situation. They don't know exactly what's happening, what's going on. They're confused. I see here that, again, they don't know, they can't see up ahead, they don't know what's going on. There's a number of times where they're trying to get themselves out of a situation or some sort of dilemma, but they can't get out of it because this karmic person, again, it's like the cycle, the routine, it keeps repeating. This karmic person doesn't allow this masculine to make decisions for themselves. They are the ones who make the decision for divine masculine. So this is the reading for today. I hope you like this reading. If you like this reading, please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, and thank you all for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye everyone.